Hey everybody, it's Thrifty Crafter here, and I'm here with my 3D collaboration. The theme this month was retro, and I looked all over the internet for different kinds of ideas for retro, and I came upon the ring pop, which when I was a kid, they had the ring pop, and they still have the ring pop, but I really wanted to make the ring pop, so here it is. A three-dimensional cute little gift box type of thing, and here I've added it into its little home, a cute little gift bag, so they can open the bag and then they have their ring pop, and you can make it any kind of flavor. Mine is strawberry, and I just think it's so fun. I used wrapping paper, I did a little window with some clear cellophane, and I used my shaker alphabet dies from KS Craft, and I didn't do the shaker part. I just used the word here, or the dies, to make the words ring pop. And you don't have to do that. You can do stickers, unicorns, you can make it all kinds of fun stuff. I just wanted to present my project as the ring pop, so I went ahead and made my bag the ring pop bag. And then I got my little ring pop here, and so I didn't use dies or anything. I did just use a ribbon dispenser and just traced the circle here. And then this, I just kind of came up with a shape where it bows out in the center and then kind of tapers off on the sides. And you want to copy that so you can make sure that you can copy it onto another piece of paper for you to be able to, use different colors of paper. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to make this a tutorial where you can follow along and make this project. All right, so this here is the piece I came up with for the ring. And you should make it out of a sturdy paper that you can copy. That way you can make it again and again, but you can use any kind of paper to cover it, because the ring pop is usually a different color than the ring pop itself, if you're going for that look. I used some different types of materials. This one is a holographic fabric. It's in the ribbon section of Hobby Lobby. And paper from Tuesday Morning, like a wrapping paper. I also used that on the one inside the bag. And that's like a holographic, iridescent kind of colored paper. Today I'm going to just use this piece of paper here. And we'll get started making this here hexagon without a die. All right, so let's start with so that's how I made my ring, is I just folded a piece of paper over and just kind of cut and then made it more, a little bit more smoother. And then when you open it up, you'll have both sides cut there. That's how you would make the ring part of that. Okay, to make let's start with the hexagon center. Okay. To go ahead and, we're going to cut a piece of paper first. This was a mat, so what I did is I traced this out again, and then I just went in with a pencil and almost like 1/8 of an inch made a inside hexagon, and then I just cut the edges away so you can see that it would mat your project pretty good. All right, and so that's my mat. And to make this hexagon, we need a 3 1/8 by 2 3/4 rectangle. Let's just cut that here. It's 3 1/8 by 2 3/4. All right, so we have our square, and then we're going to, on the 2 3/4 inch side, we're going to take a pencil. You probably want to take a pencil. I'm just going to use a pen, but this is where we're going to cut. So we're going to do 1 3/8. And then we're going to flip it over and do 1 3/8. Okay, so that's going to make our center mark for us to cut to. Now on the longer side, the 3 1/8, we're going to mark at 3/4 of an inch and 2 3/8. Then we're going to flip it over and do the opposite side at 3/4 of an inch and 2 3/8. All right, and you see these lines here? Well, I'm sorry, you see these dots. We're going to do the dot to dot. So we're going to take that dot and line it up on the line where we're going to cut. But we see we can't just go straight. We have to kind of finagle this to where we got that dot. And then we can go ahead and cut. All right? And we're going to do that again. We're going to line that dot and this dot up as good as we can. This is going to make our hexagon. And everybody's hexagon should be the same size. Then we do that and that. There we go. We've got our hexagon now. All right. And then we're going to do the sides, which is going to look kind of like a coffin. But we have to do these separately, and then well, not separately, but you do the mats separately, which when I got done with this, I did it again, and then I traced inside the top there by 1/8, and then I did the bottom the same, and then I just cut them off. And these are the mats, so you can mat the white project that's sturdy. Okay, for the we'll need a smaller hexagon for the bottom. Where's my ring? For the bottom, because it tapers off and goes smaller to bigger. So the smaller one is going to be is going to be 1 1/4. One and a quarter by 1 1/2. And we're gonna, on the 1/4 side, 1 1/4 side. Let's flip it over. 1 1/4 side. We're gonna mark with our pen again. 5/8. Flip over and do 5/8 again. This is going to be our center mark for our dots. Then on the hat 1 1/2 inch side, we're going to mark at, I'm sorry, 3 3/8 and 1 1/8. And then we flip over and we do that again. 3/8 and 1 1/8, and we can go ahead and cut that. We're going to take those dots and line them up as best as we can on the line, and then this, and then that one, and then that one. There we go. We've got another hexagon. And everybody can make that same sized hexagon. All right, so we've got two hexagons, one small and one big, and we're going to build up our dimensional project. Okay, so this one we need a 4 3/4 by 2 5/8. So this should be, okay, 4 3/4, and then the 2 5/8. And then on On the 2 5/8 inch side, you're going to have a top and a bottom. The larger section would be the top and the bottom would be the tapered section. Okay, so on the nearest to the score line, so you see the score line's closest to this side, we're going to start on this side. We're going to score at 5/8 and 2. So, I'm sorry, we're not going to score, we're going to mark. I should put mark, because this is another where we have to cut. So we're going to mark at 5/8 and 2. All right, and then we're going to where that score mark is on the longer side. Let's see here. Well, anyways, the smaller side is going to be 1. You're going to mark it the 1. And the 1 5/8. Okay. And then we're going to draw a diagonal line from that dot to the edge here. On the 4 3/4 inch side, we're going to score at 1/4 of an inch, 1 3/4, 4 1/2. Okay, that's going to give our little tab here, our fold, and our tab. Tab, fold, tab. And we'll have to draw these in ourselves, these tabs that glue together. It kind of goes like the cauldron that we got from KS Crafts. All right, so we've done our score marks, and then we've done our measuring. We started on the side where the score is closest to us, and we've marked at 5/8 and 2. We've flipped it over, and we've done 1 and 1 5/8. And this is where we're going to draw a diagonal from that edge of that score line here and here. You're just going to draw a line. The best thing I can suggest to draw a line from that to that is to find the edge where that score mark meets the edge of the paper, and find the bottom of your dot here and draw a line. Just use the paper to kind of guide your pen. All right, and then we're going to need to make a tab, and you can make the tab like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just going to glue this to the rest of the ones. You're going to need 6 of these when you're done. 6 of those. And then where these dots are, I just kind of went straight down, because I need that tab to be something I can glue. Instead of making these angles here, I made them straight. And yeah, you just do the diagonal line, connect the dots on this side as well. You're going to take that dot there on the bottom and the dot to the top there. Okay, and the same here. You're going to take that dot to the edge of that score mark there. And then this one, that dot there to the score line. And then we have to, like I said, make a little tab. And when we cut it out, it looks like this. See? And you're going to need to do 6 of these. You cut one out and use it as your template on the nice paper. Well, a nice sturdy paper, because we want it to be sturdy. And then when you have 6 of these, you'll glue them one by one to the other. just like so. When you cut them out, you'll just glue the bottom and the top, and you'll go around until you're done, and then you'll glue this to the bottom of all of them. I wouldn't do it beforehand. You could make them all lay out like this and just, you know, glue either the top or the bottom to each one and try to make it to where it's, you know, straight. Where's my scissors? So we're just gonna go straight up instead of going at that angle. And then we're just gonna cut this. Oh. And this is nice 100 extra heavy cardstock. I wouldn't even say it. I don't think it says it's at no, it's at Hobby Lobby, and it says extra heavy. And that's what I use for these projects. And it just makes it like come all together. Okay, so when you get to this part, you're going to want to score it. And I drew myself a line here so I could go ahead and do that. So I just kind of find where it's going to be centered and just go back and forth kind of. We already scored this mark, but I'm going to score it again. And then we score this one here. And then the tabs on the top should be scored already. All right. And we just kind of bend these in. These are what we're going to glue to the other one. And I made it, when I made mine, I tried to glue all of them to the bottom hexagon, but it didn't really work out too well. So I suggest just gluing these together first. Let me try this other glue. I just filled this thing. And then you just make, I know it's a lot of having to do 6 of these, but it's really a cute project when it's all finished. So I'm going to put the lid back on this so I can get this one worked a little bit better. See how it looks? It's going to just kind of make its own little rounded way, and all of these are going to go to the bottom here and just kind of make their own little hexagon. And this might be just a tad bit smaller, but it's still going to fit and be over it. And then you're going to do that circle anyway. So and you're going to want to leave one of the top ones open. So instead of gluing this one here to all the others and this one here to this one, I just left it open and I made myself a little pull tab, and you can store lots of little goodies in there. So you can make flowers, or you can put candy, Hershey's Kisses, anything in there. This could be a ring box, you know, that you're giving to your lover. It's whatever you want it to be. But for my project, it's the retro, has been around since I was a kid, ring pop. And I added the base, which was just a shape of a circle, and then I covered it in paper, and then I covered my ring in that paper as well. All right. Do you think I showed exactly how to make this? I'm hoping that I did clearly show you. And then, like I said, the mats are just these. I cut them where that score mark is, and then I just went in a little bit smaller than what it is, so it's got a white I don't know, mat around it, I guess, and leave one open at the top. I glued the bottom ones down, but I opened this one and I left it open so you can kind of like close it up. And the bag, I will show you how to make the bag now. The bag I got from a YouTuber a long time ago. They were making cute bagged up candy type things. It's just, I'll make a smaller version. So you're going to take your piece of paper. It's a rectangle. And this is wrapping paper. You're going to find like the center. I want my X-Acto knife. Here it is. This one has lines, so that's really nice. And you're just gonna find like the center square and try to make a nice square that you can, I mean, you don't have to make a square hole. You don't have to do the hole. It's just I like to see what's inside the bag. And then you just put some plastic over the top. If you have any of those cellophane bags, I don't know, even one of these could go over the top. One of those card protectors that we use for shakers. And just glue that inside there. And then you take and you do one edge. And then you're gonna put the glue inside on the edge. Whoop. And a little bit on the edge top, because we're not sure how much it overlaps, but we're gonna do that there. We're gonna fold it down. I just don't want a bunch of glue on my whatever, this thing. So we just kind of want to make it look like it's been closed by the factory. And this is how I like to do it. I just do it like this because I think she had one of those rosette maker things or paper crimpers or whatever. And I just found that this works and it looks good too. And you just kind of do it until you feel like it's good. And then you can take those fancy, I think I got it a little crooked, those fancy cutting scissors. So I have these, and you can just wait till it's dry a little bit because they like to cut really badly when it's wet. It's like they don't cut very good. But this will hold its look, and then you can fill it. You can fill it, and then when you fill it, you do the same to this edge here, and you'll have a nice puffy little sack. See, and the edge just kind of is cute, and you have a cute little gift to give to somebody. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this 3D collaboration. This was really fun. The next one is coming up, and that one's theme, I'm not sure what that theme is. I will have to surprise you guys. All right, stay safe and enjoy your day. Bye now.